In this demonstration, you're going to learn some of the basics for creating new projects and opening existing projects in ArcGIS Pro. All right, so in this current session, I already have a project open in ArcGIS Pro. Typically, you're using a project of some sort when you're working with ArcGIS Pro. You don't have to, but in the vast majority of cases, you're either opening an existing project and doing some work in it, or you're creating a new project from scratch. I'm going to go to the Project tab to initiate this and show you more details. So to create a new project, all new projects in ArcGIS Pro have to be based on a template. Esri provides you with a number of templates that you can use called blank templates. These include map, catalog, global scene, and local scene. So the map template is probably the most commonly used. What it will do is create a new project, create the project structure for you, and it will also add a map to the project with a base map loaded in that map. Now from there you have to add the rest of the content, right? All your operational layers and anything else you want to do in a project has to be, you have to do that. The catalog template will create a new project and it will automatically open up the catalog view. This is one of the lesser used templates, I would say, at least at this point. The last two are used primarily for three-dimensional projects. So we have global scene, which is used for 3D projects that cover large geographic areas where the curvature of the earth becomes a factor. And then we also have local scene, where you're creating projects that cover a smaller geographic area. Now you can also start ArcGIS Pro without a template. So there's an option down here just below your blank templates. What this allows you to do is it allows you to work in ArcGIS Pro, and then you might or might not save to a project later on. This is the same workflow as you have in ArcMap, where you can open ArcMap and start working outside the confines of a map document file. And so you can do the same thing in ArcGIS Pro. You can open up Pro, do work in it, and then if you would like to, you can save that project later on. So you do have that option down here as well. And then the last option is to select another project template. All right, this allows you to select custom templates. It is possible to create custom templates. This is typically done when you need to standardize items across multiple projects. So for example, if you find yourself creating the same maps with the same layers, or you like to use specific layouts in multiple projects, or you need to connect to specific geodatabases or folders every time. For those types of situations, it makes sense to use a custom project template. And so this option at the bottom would allow you to select a custom project template. Now, custom project templates can also be placed in a specific folder in your ArcGIS installation. If you do that, they will be placed right under here, under recent templates. The location for that is going to be in your documents folder under ArcGIS project templates. You can see I don't have any, but if you create a custom project template, you can put it into this project templates folder, and then after you do that, then it's going to show up here under your recent templates that you can use as well. So lots of different options there, but again, anytime you're creating a new project, you do have to have a template to use as a starting point. So whether you use one of the Esri provided blank templates or your own custom templates, totally up to you, right? But you do have to have that as a starting point. So that's new projects, right? And to initiate this process, you can simply click on an item. It'll prompt you for a name, a location, and the default is to create a new folder for the project, and that will create your APRX file and all the rest of the content, the default content that goes with those projects. Now, if you just want to open an existing project, you would go to Open, and what you should see here under Recent Projects is a list of projects that you have worked with recently. The most recent will be provided at the top, least recent at the bottom. Now, eventually these will age out. Right, so eventually they fall off the list at some point. You do have these little pin icons next to your projects, and if you click on the pin icon, then it becomes pinned to the top of your list and doesn't age out. So for projects that you've used over and over again, it probably makes sense to pin them to the top. It makes it easier to access them. And then from here, you just simply select on the project you want, and it'll open up the content for that particular project. If you can't find the project, if it's kind of aged out of this list, there's an option down here at the bottom that will open up a window that will allow you to browse to the location for the project that you want to open. All right, that's all I needed to cover for this time. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time.